We have all heard the phrase, you have to live life on your own terms. But what does it actually mean to shake off the social shackles and beat the odds to be authentically you? Hello. If this is your first time watching my video, my name is Bolanle Ajiboye and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe so you can see more of my content. Like my videos, share with friends and send in your feedback. Living a life that is authentically you means giving up on what others think and going all in on the things that makes your heart sing. But getting there takes a lot of hard work. It takes practice, consistency, intentional actions, everything that requires perseverance. Living a term-free life can mean different things to different people. For some, it is being financially independent. For others, it is creating a high-powered career or a family or a small business. Everyone has their own perspective when it comes to living life on their own terms. But there are a few basics to every truly free life. So when you live life on your own terms, it means that you live life in a way that is meaningful and fulfilling to you. It means being able to enjoy the time you spend with yourself as much as the time you spend with other people. It also means having a purposeful career while also having the freedom and flexibility to pursue the passions and interests that add color to your life. Listen to this. A life lived on your own terms can include traveling, volunteering, going for fitness classes or any other number of activities, both tangible and intangible. But it is on your own terms, at your own time. And when you're living life on your own terms, you get inspired to do more and to be more. Things come easy and you do them well because you are living life that is aligned with your authentic self. And the most beautiful kind of life that you can ever speak of is a life that you are in charge of. Why is it important to live life on your own terms? The idea of radically taking charge of your life can seem very scary. After all, we live in a society that encourages us to take a little charge as possible. When you go through life without a purpose or a plan, you lose touch with what really, really, really matters to you, and you lose touch with your joy. That is the things that makes you happy. Stay true to yourself no matter what. No matter people's opinions, stay true to yourself. When you listen mostly to the opinions of people about your life, when you allow people to redirect you and, probably take charge of your own life, when you feel entitled to what people do for you, then you may have regrets later. How can you start living life on your own terms? Sometimes it is as simple as being a little bit more mindful and spending a little bit more time looking inwards, focusing on yourself. What do I really want? What makes me happy? So number one is figure out what matters to you. You can't define your life and give it direction until you figure out what truly matters the most to you. Take some time to figure out what your purpose is and go ahead and accept the fact that this purpose might change several times. Figuring out what you really want and what really matters to you is not always easy. Sometimes you may drift away, from all of those things, trying to get your own roots, trying to understand yourself, your wants, your desires. a lot of times you may drift away, and because sometimes we're not patient enough to even find out. So when you figure out your principles or what it is that guides you, you will be able to stay on course and find a way to direct yourself joyfully through life. You have to also ask yourself, what really sums you up? Like, what are your values? What do you stand for? And what thrills you? What drives you? What controls your thoughts, your will, and your emotion? You truly need to recognize all of this. So ask yourself, what is it that lights me up? Don't assume you know yourself. No. Try to open up your heart and mind in a real and honest way. Reflect in a quiet space where you won't get disturbed, and let your thoughts and emotions come freely. You will be very surprised by what you find out and by what is waiting for you on the other side of you. Secondly, kick your inner critic out. When we start to reenact positive change in our lives, our inner critic looks like, negative, stalked, scared, self-doubt, and a lot of times anger, resentment, and these sometimes hold us back because we become defensive. We adapt to those usual way of life, and a lot of times this reinforces the identity that we have always held on to. Our inner critic is the reigning queen of anti-self. It is mostly against us in a lot of ways. It can create a shadow around our true purpose and our calling. A lot of times, our inner critics or even the inner voice within us is very cynical, is very critical. Sometimes it could even be imagined. It's all in our head. It's not real. So taking control of your own life means limiting and eliminating those voices and creating a positive pattern for ourselves. Remember to always pull back, remind yourself that your cynical thoughts are nothing but just fantasies, and they are a lot of times irrelevant. They are irrational, so don't believe them. Cut out toxic people in your life. This cannot be stressed enough. You attract what you surround yourself with. If you insist on surrounding yourself with toxic people, then expect more toxicity in your life. The toxic people in our lives are the ones that make their mission to interfere with our business real. They constantly point out your flaws, or they are telling you how you should even live your life. They take over your life little by little until you're broken, you're lost, you're hopeless. Focus instead on surrounding yourself with people that will support you on your quest to live a life that is defined, that is true, and that is purposeful. Take responsibility for your own happiness. Sometimes we think that happiness can be found in material goods or romantic relationship, but the truth is, happiness can only come from within, and the only way to live life on your own terms fully is to embrace yourself. Go after those things that wake up your passion, that gives you the positive vibes and energy, and then do them for yourself intentionally. You are the most important person to yourself. The only way to fully enjoy your life is to love and accept yourself. Give value to other people, but never value the opinions or desires of others over your own opinion. Set clearly defined goals. If you're feeling trampled over or washed out by life, it can be easy to view your goals or the things that you want in negative ways. So the better approach is, however or whatever it takes to stay focused on your core values, align yourself with the behaviors that allow you to manifest the things that you want in your life. How can you achieve this? Write down a list of the things you want in life. Make a list. Then next, take some time to think about specific actions that you can take to get there. Track your progress. Make sure that you hold yourself accountable. Stay away from creating too many goals. A lot of times when you have a long list of goals, it can leave you anxious and unable to even achieve those goals. Consider your past, but don't get caught up in it. In order to figure out where you are or where you're going, you have to figure out where you have been or where you're coming from. If you're looking to start living life on your own terms, you have to start by looking at your past. But you have to do it in a way that doesn't keep you attached, emotional, fearful, or in a way that you start having regrets. The things that happen in our past mostly define us in many ways. So consider what elements of your history or your origin has kept you chained to the opinion of others, and do what you can to unravel those hang-ups. Try to recall all of the things that worked and all of the things that didn't work. Pay special attention to your triggers, this stumbling block that left you disappointed. Once you're able to get all of that, you'll be able to trace your path forward. You cannot move forward without healing your past wound. So first, heal your past wound. Look back, learn from the mistakes, and then hold on to the lesson for you to move forward. Mind your own business. Most often than not, we fail to live life on our own terms because we cannot keep our noses out of other people's business. Really? It is not our fault. It is our human nature. But not only does this drive us to be curious, it also drives us to seek the love and acceptance of people around us. Though our nature drives us to wonder about maybe the color of the grass on the other side of the fence, feeding that compulsive need also drives us further and further away from our authentic self. That means we want to continuously know about other people around us, how they are thriving, and in doing that, a lot of times the competitive spirit sets in and we can start, comparing ourselves to others, and that may limit us. It's okay to mind your own business, run your own race, and learn how to keep yourself in the appropriate place where people's opinion would not be a heavy weight on you. Stop holding yourself back. Run for it, go for it, start it. A lot of times we hesitate, and then whenever we face difficult decisions or situations, we often hold ourselves back. We have a lot of self-doubts, a lot of insecurities, and we need to begin, to allow ourselves to flourish by allowing all of those insecurities to play out. Allow yourself to make mistakes. There is no perfect person. So don't hold yourself back. It is very, very important for us, again, to allow ourselves to face all of our fears. Sometimes our fears hold us back. In being able to live an authentic life, we must face our fears. We must eliminate the doubts and the insecurities that we have by building our talent, our skills, our abilities, our confidence, and then boosting our self-esteem. Open wide your arms, see all of these challenges, welcome them, and see them as a chance to grow. Do not hide behind the perspective of others. Make sure you have a why, a reason to keep going. Now let's try to sum all of this together. To live life on your own terms isn't just about doing what you want when you want it. It is about finding meaning, true purpose, and value your life by reconnecting with the passions and talents that makes you unique and beautiful. If you want to take control of your life, you have to define what that life is and what it truly means to you. So that means the ball is in your court. You have to commit to speaking your truth, honoring your desires, and set out clearly defined goals. Also, you have to take up responsibility for your own happiness. Learning to live life that is defined by you, only you. It is a conscious decision. It takes a lot of intention and proactive steps. So, taking a very deep breath, try to reassure yourself of all of your potentials. You've got the right skills already. Don't doubt yourself. You are not a failure. You can do this. Please share what your thoughts are on this topic. Someone out there might learn from whatever comment you drop for me. Thank you for watching. And if this has in any way impacted you or added value to your life, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you've not done that. Keep shining your light in the darkness around us.